So this is just a small recording to go over some of the possible ways you can complete the alphabet name project. Now right here I have all the letters that make up my last name. So here is my O, the W, the E, and the N. Now I've noticed in each one that I could potentially crop out a little bit of each one. And so something I might do, just to kind of make my composition a little bit better, is come over to the crop tool. Set it to like an 8 by 10 or 4 by 6. Kind of dig in so it's already set up to 4 by 6. I might switch it to 8 by 10. 8 by 10 would be a good one if you're planning to print these off for photo frames around the house as well, or 4 by 6 for smaller frames. So I'm looking at that one. No, that one might be a little bit better there. It might look a little bit better there. Notice that the crop has stayed the same, and I can switch between them to see if this is going to work for me. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do because this looks really good like that. So I'm going to go through and kind of crop them all up. Yeah, they look a lot better too. Well, maybe the O could be a little bit better. I gotta exit out of the crop in order to do this. Alright, let's take a look at that. Yeah, a little bit more centered in this one. There we go. Now the next thing that we are going to do is we're going to take these and adjust it black and white. So we are going to go to Image, Adjustments, Black and White. Now if you do it this way, it's not going to create an adjustment layer. If you do it over here through your adjustment layer, it will. The reason you would maybe want to do it this way through the adjustment layer is so that you can see before and after and work with it a little bit more. So I'm going to come over here now that it is black and white, and I'm just going to mess with just my brightness and my contrast. So I feel like it needs just a little bit more. One thing I might do too is kind of take a look and try to figure out, all right, how is my letter going to stand out the most? And kind of play around with that. And then also make sure you have your bright whites and your dark darks. I kind of accentuated the highlights on these books a little too much, more than you normally would for, let's say, product photography, but the highlights really push the end. So I'm going to turn it black and white, brightness and contrast. And again, just trying to figure out, all right, where are my bright whites, my black blacks? I'm kind of pushing this a little much into the abstract, probably more than you normally would with a normal photo. I just clicked on the wrong one. Gotta delete on those. There we go. There. Really make that clock stand out. And brightness and contrast. And so we can take a look at that. The next thing you should do is File, Save As each of these images as JPEGs, or TIFFs if you really want to go ahead and download them at high quality on a printer at home. A lot of websites that you may print from won't accept images that large. So I'm going to go to Documents, Photography 2, and I'm going to save this one. Which one was this? It's the N.jpg. Save. File, Save As, save on your computer, do Documents, Photography 2, W, JPEG, and save. File, Save As. And what I've noticed here actually while I'm saving it is that saving it this way is going to cause some problems later as far as like organization, because I organize things alphabetically. So if you really want to push your organization, you might do alpha and then the letter to actually organize it a little bit better in your thing. So I'll go back and rename those other ones later. Alright, so now that all those are saved, we can close out. You can choose to save the Photoshop version if you would like to go ahead and edit them later. But I'm going to get rid of these. Alright, now I'm going to create new. For printing on one page, it's probably best, like if we do go back to school, we're going to hit it up at an 8.5 by 11. And I'm going to do it the long way so that I can go straight across. Owen, alpha, name, and then hit create. And now I can file, place embedded my images. Luckily my smart guides are on, so I can get these all the same height for the most part. Another way you can guarantee that you have the same height across these is to have your rulers on. You go to View, Rulers, and you can drag down, let's say I wanted everything to be the size of that E, I can drag down rulers and it will snap straight to that. So I'm going to go File, Place Embedded again. File, Place Embedded one more time, and then W. So you're going to want to spend some time arranging this, making sure that everything is nicely spaced out. You don't have to hold down Shift anymore. You can click and drag over all your letters to Command T. And then you can make them all the same size at once. Beautiful. And then the one thing that we do need, there we are. Now technically that would be done. You could save this as a JPEG and just be done with it. So let's say you want to add this to something else, you want to put it into social media, maybe your mom walked in and said, oh, I really love that, can I post it to Facebook? You're going to want to change it not to an 8.5 by 11. So the quickest way to do that would be to just create a new canvas. So a Facebook cover image is 820 pixels by 461. With that set up, you can actually just select all those layers, click and drag them over. Zoom out, and Command T would be one quick way to do it. You could also go back and File, Place Embedded, all of those. So remember, if you are creating this for some other format, save it as a JPEG for all social media purposes.